For decades, strange encounters have been dismissed as myths, until new sightings force scientists to pay attention. Tonight, you'll see real footage, each clip more unsettling than the last, from the least terrifying encounter to the one that still has experts refusing to comment. Stay with me until the end, because the final sighting is the closest we've ever come to proving the Chupacabra is real. Number 15. In this recording, a strange figure appears partially hidden behind a massive bush at the edge of a forest near a residential area. For nearly 30 seconds, the creature doesn't move at all, its posture frozen, as if it's either avoiding detection or waiting. Some viewers claim its thin frame and dark silhouette match classic descriptions of the Chupacabra, but others argue it could be an animal caught at a strange angle, or even an edited figure added later. Today, many believe clips like this might be generated or altered by AI, especially because the creature never takes a single step. Number 14. In this clip, two young men in Mexico struggle with a net as something small and brown thrashes inside it. The camera shakes, the audio distorts, and before anything becomes clear, the creature breaks free and dives back into the river. Some insist the frantic behavior and size match descriptions of a juvenile Chupacabra, fast, skittish, and difficult to capture. But skeptics point out that the footage never shows the creature directly, leaving open the possibility of a frightened animal, a prank, or clever editing. Others argue the chaotic motion looks suspiciously like AI-generated distortion, especially in the moments when the creature slips away. Number 13. This brief recording introduces the creature that started one of Latin America's most persistent mysteries, the Chupacabra. According to reports, the first cases appeared in Puerto Rico in 1995, when goats, sheep, and other farm animals were found dead under unusual circumstances, and quickly blamed on a strange predator. Some believe these early incidents point to a real creature, something unknown that moved through rural areas undetected, but others argue the attacks could be explained by sick animals or common predators misidentified in panic. And today, with so many clips circulating online, many suspect modern evidence may be edited or even generated by AI, making the truth harder to pin down than ever. Number 12. In this footage, a large dark creature stands motionless near a farm's livestock. The guard dog notices it immediately, barking and advancing, yet the creature doesn't react. It simply stares into the distance, its bulging eyes reflecting the light. At first glance, its face resembles a gorilla, but its body moves like a quadruped, creating an unsettling mix of features that doesn't match any known animal. Some claim this hybrid appearance fits classic Chupacabra descriptions, part mammal, part something else entirely. But skeptics argue it could be a misidentified animal, a costume, or an edited silhouette. And with how still the creature remains, others suspect AI manipulation, especially in the face and eyes. Number 11. Captured on an infrared camera, a thin, dark figure slips into a stable under cover of night. Within seconds, it grabs a lamb and retreats toward the tree line, leaving the flock in full panic as terrified bleats echo through the yard. Some viewers believe the creature's elongated limbs and silent movement resemble classic depictions of the Chupacabra, fast, agile, and predatory. But skeptics argue it could be a person, a wild animal distorted by infrared lighting, or even a manipulated recording. Given how smooth the motion looks, others suggest the possibility of AI-assisted edits, making it even harder to trust what the camera captured. Number 10. A trail camera captures a thin, sickly-looking creature hunched over the body of a dead deer. Its movements are jerky, its posture unnatural, almost as if it's struggling to stay upright while feeding. Local residents insist the silhouette matches the legendary Chupacabra, pointing to its gaunt frame and predatory behavior. But analysts reviewing the footage admit they can't identify it, and note that its feeding patterns don't fit any known scavenger or predator. Skeptics argue it could be a mangy animal or a distorted night image. Others go further, suggesting the strange proportions might indicate AI manipulation, making it impossible to know what's real. Number 9. In this footage, a dark, thin creature approaches a group of vulnerable puppies near a yard fence. Just as it leans closer, almost in a predatory stance, a cat unexpectedly jumps toward it, forcing the creature to recoil and retreat. Some viewers claim its posture and narrow frame resemble descriptions of a chupacabra stalking prey. But skeptics argue that the unclear lighting makes it difficult to tell whether it's an animal with mange, a misidentified dog, or simply a trick of shadows. Others believe the creature's strange, abrupt reaction might suggest AI-altered motion, raising even more doubts about the clip's authenticity. Number 8. A dark, gaunt creature approaches a lone porcupine near a small farm enclosure. When it lunges forward, apparently trying to attack, the porcupine reacts instantly, driving its quills straight into the creature's face. The attacker recoils violently, twisting in obvious pain before stumbling back. Some insist the creature's posture, thin frame, and aggressive behavior match long-standing descriptions of the chupacabra, but skeptics argue it could simply be a wild animal suffering from disease or mange, which often gives animals an eerie, unrecognizable appearance. Others note that some of the creature's movements look unnaturally smooth or distorted, raising suspicions that parts of the video might be digitally altered, or even partially AI-generated. Number 7. In the small Brazilian town of Cocal do Sapo, residents woke to chilling screams echoing across the fields.
Tá vendo isso? Meu Deus do céu.
Moments later, a shaky recording shows a dark, hunched figure moving through the farmland, its limbs thin, its posture oddly contorted. Locals quickly linked the sighting to the chupacabra, especially after farmers reported animals found drained of blood and strange footprints scattered near their fences. But authorities dismissed the claims as panic, suggesting misidentified wildlife or tricks of the night. Skeptics argue the silhouette could be a person, a sick animal, or even a distorted low-light capture. And with modern editing tools, some believe the creature's unnatural movements might point to digital alteration or AI manipulation. To this day, residents insist they saw something real, but no one has definitively explained what prowled through Cocal do Sapo that night.
Tá vendo isso? Tô. Meu Deus do céu.
Number 6. A dark, thin creature approaches a lone sheep in the middle of a fenced pasture. Just as it gets close enough to strike, a German shepherd sprints into frame, barking aggressively and placing itself between the sheep and the intruder. Show short clip. The creature hesitates, then backs away with jerky, tense movements that many viewers say resemble classic chupacabra behavior. But skeptics argue it could simply be a wild animal with mange, filmed at an angle that makes its body look more unnatural than it is. Others point out that some frames appear slightly warped, raising the possibility of digital editing or even AI-assisted manipulation. What the clip does show for certain is the dog's instinct. It clearly sensed danger, whatever the creature truly was. Number 5. In this clip, a dark, thin creature bursts into a pigsty, startling the entire group of pigs. Before the animals can react, the intruder grabs a piglet and drags it out into the darkness beyond the doorway. The brief, sharp cry of the piglet is the last thing heard. Some viewers say the creature's speed and gaunt frame fit long-standing descriptions of the Chupacabra, silent, fast, and unnervingly precise. But skeptics argue the footage is too chaotic to confirm anything, suggesting it could be a wild predator or even a staged scene meant to shock. Others point out the strange distortions around the creature's outline, raising the possibility of digital manipulation or AI-generated movement. What remains clear is the reaction of the pigs. They sense something abnormal, even if the video doesn't reveal exactly what. Number 4. In 2025, a resident of Pueblo, Colorado, filmed a thin, silent figure wandering across her backyard late at night. Its body appeared elongated, its steps unnaturally light, and its small, reflective eyes caught the camera's flash in a way no familiar animal would. Some viewers believe its strange proportions align with descriptions of the Chupacabra, lean, quiet, and active in residential areas just before dawn. But skeptics argue the footage is too dark and too brief to confirm anything, suggesting it might be a coyote, with mange, or even a person moving oddly. Others point to the creature's smooth, almost mechanical motion as a possible sign of digital alteration or an AI-generated overlay. Whatever walked through that yard left the homeowner shaken, and no official explanation has ever clarified what the camera captured. Number 3. On a remote farm, a night vision camera captures a tense moment. A thin, jerky moving creature lunges toward a defenseless goat. Just as the attack seems unavoidable, the family dog charges into frame, barking fiercely and driving the creature back into the darkness. Some viewers point to the creature's sharp, angular movements and gaunt silhouette as classic signs of the Chupacabra, but skeptics argue it could be a diseased predator or simply an animal distorted by the night camera's low resolution. Others note odd motion artifacts around the creature's outline, suggesting the possibility of digital tampering or even AI-generated elements blended with real footage. What's certain is the dog's reaction. It sensed something unusual, something it didn't recognize, and it wants afraid to confront it. Number 2. In this recording, a dark figure slips silently into a livestock barn. Its movements slow, deliberate, almost too controlled. Within seconds, it reaches an adult sheep, grips it by the neck, and drags it toward the exit with startling force, far greater than what a typical predator of that size should display. Some viewers claim the creature's strength and posture align with long-standing descriptions of the Chupacabra, but skeptics argue the footage is too shadowed to confirm anything, suggesting it could be a person, a misidentified animal, or even a staged scenario. Others point out unusual visual distortions around the creature's edges, raising the possibility of digital manipulation, or AI enhancement used to exaggerate its shape. What's undeniable is the sheep's reaction. It resists instinctively, as if recognizing the presence of something unfamiliar and dangerous. Number 1. But the most disturbing moment came when the same creature returned. This time, it targeted a newborn foal, approaching with quick, precise movements before seizing it and vanishing into the shadows within seconds. Some insist the speed, strength, and posture match the most extreme descriptions of the Chupacabra, but skeptics warn the clip is too dark and too compressed to draw conclusions, suggesting it could be a person, a wild predator, or even a manipulated scene. Others highlight strange visual warping as the creature moves, raising questions about digital editing, or AI-enhanced frames designed to exaggerate the creature's shape and motion. What remains undeniable is the reaction of the animals in the stable. They freeze, as if recognizing something foreign, something they instinctively fear. To this day, the footage offers no clear explanation, only more questions. Bonus clip. This photograph shows a tall, dark humanoid creature standing in the middle of an open, grassy field. Its posture is upright, almost human-like, but its head has pointed, animal-like features and glowing eyes that reflect toward the camera. In one hand, the creature appears to be holding a small animal, hanging limp against its side. Some viewers interpret the long limbs, thin frame, and predatory stance as evidence of a Chupacabra-type entity caught in daylight, something rare in alleged sightings. But skeptics quickly point out the grainy texture, low resolution, and distant framing, suggesting it could be a staged figure, a costume, or even an AI-generated composite. The image raises more questions than answers. Whether it's a creature, a hoax, or a digital creation, it remains one of the most unsettling visuals associated with the legend.